long-term human. It's honestly an honor to have a great investor like you in our amazing boardroom. I hope you enjoyed this quick video, and just want to thank you for coming. I'll be speaking to you about vision and mission, and my colleagues will be talking about SWOT, and two more will be talking about financial ratios. So let's go. So vision and mission. So what is a vision? We have to basically think about two questions. So where do we want to end up, and what is winning? So the definition of a vision is basically defining the direction a firm wants to correct. A firm in the correct direction, and it can be used as a roadmap. It also can be defined as future guidelines also. To develop a good vision, we've got to think of the criteria. There are 4 factors. A firm needs to have a reason to exist, first of all. It needs to have core values. The preposition, it has to have preposition values, meaning it has to be better and different than its competitors. And lastly, it has to have stretched goals and future aspirations. So if we take Unilever's vision, basically Unilever has a vision. It says, our vision is to grow our business while decoupling our environment footprint for growth. This means that most companies, when they actually get bigger, they actually affect the environment more. Whereas Unilever is doing the opposite. They're actually making the environment a better place as the corporation becomes bigger. If we look at P&G's vision, they state it to be recognized as the best consumer product service company in the world. So if we go back and we talk about the guidelines, both companies do have a reason to exist. But I would say I would favor Unilever because they have a more and better core value. And the preposition is better because it's completely different and unique compared to perhaps P&G. I'll be now talking about the mission. So what is the mission? Why? Basically, when you think of a mission, you say, why do we exist? Obviously, you want to make a profit, but that's not the actual reason. You want to satisfy your customers, and you want to help the environment as well. So if we define a mission statement, it aims its goals into the future and basically distinguishes between the important factors and the unimportant factors. The criteria for a great mission statement is there are 5 things. Information, so doing proper research and going out there and comparing your mission to other companies. It has to be simple. If it's very complicated, people aren't going to actually want to look at it and they're not going to be interested in it. Memorable. If someone can remember something about your company, that's extremely good, and you'll be well known for that particular statement. 4th, it will be achievable, because a company cannot state something that's impossible. They have to be able to achieve it. And employees need to buy into it, meaning they need to agree with the actual statement also. So let's go to what is Unilever's mission statement? To add vitality to life, we meet everyday needs to nutrition, hygiene, and personal care with brands that help people feel good, look good, and get more out of life. If we compare that to P&G's one, they state that we will provide branded products and services to superior quality and value that improve the lives of the world's consumer. And it goes on and basically summarizes that top sentence. But if we got to go back and talk about the criteria, both have done their research and got the information. But I can honestly say that this is quite complex and quite long, as opposed to Unilever's. And I'm not going to memorize a long 4-liner, as opposed to Unilever's simple and achievable and memorable statement. I just want to thank you very much for the presentation. My next colleagues will be talking to you about SWOT analysis. Good. And I would just like you to press A again.
There we go. My name is Dane, and this is my midfield partner, Pedro. We are going to be discussing the SWOT analysis of Unilever. So, so the definition of what the SWOT analysis is basically it's a tool that businesses use to identify what their strengths are, their weaknesses, what the opportunities are available, and who are their threats. So basically, I'm going to be taking you to for the first point, which is resources, which is in the microenvironment. So the resources is like, for example, like the employees at the company, the technology and innovations that the companies use, and generally just like how the company operates. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the technology that both these companies use. So for Unilever, they have this new innovation product called the Persol Power Gyms. So basically, these are like it's like a detergent, but it's not powder-based or liquid-based. So it's basically just these capsules that they created, and this will help the customers clean their clothes a lot better, and it won't cause any damage like the normal detergents that you find on the markets today. And this is one of the strengths that they have. With P&G, their supply chain is actually their strength in this situation where they basically use, where the employees use iPads to monitor stocks, and if they see stocks are low in a certain area, they'll just go onto the iPad and click a button, and then basically that will be set off in a matter of minutes. And the last point of the resource is basically the employees. But basically, without the employees, a company can't function properly, and these are the guys that really bring everything to the front, and they want to achieve these goals that the company has set out. And in this instance, Unilever actually has the advantage with them having over 169,000 employees across the globe, where P&G only has 95,000. So the next step is actual employees. So the employees are basically the guys that are going to help the companies get to the goals, get to what the companies have envisioned. And when working for these companies, there are a few added benefits that comes along with this. So for Unilever, they allow their employees to have more of a flexible time schedule where they can be with their families and so on, and they can manage their time a little better. And they also have this well-being program where they want to encourage the employees to have a healthy lifestyle. They want to encourage them to be fit and be mentally healthy when they come to work, and not just work 24/7. They want to have that sort of environment for them. Where at P&G, they just have your normal healthcare, just cover your pension, your medical aid, and so on. So it's nothing really interesting over there. And then P&G also has this thing called the flex benefits, which is something similar to the agile working of Unilever, where they also want the employees to have a bit more of a lifestyle and a business lifestyle as well. And in terms of ranking of these two companies, if I was in potential, or if someone was to be employed by one of these companies, they will look at these rankings and say, oh, Unilever is 11th, and they will see why is P&G 34th in the world. So obviously Unilever has a bit of an edge in this area. So the last thing I'll be talking about is the customers. Customers are basically the bread and butter of all businesses around the world. Without these guys, your businesses will basically be a sinking ship. And this is where the two actually differ. So for Unilever, they're more concerned about their sustainable products. Basically, what they call this is the customer choice brand. So they want to let the customers know that they're buying a very genuine product, and not just, and also let the customers know where these products are coming from. So where the raw materials are coming from and where it's been made. So if the customers know where this is, they'll feel a lot better about what they're buying. But then when P&G comes in, they basically they will send out someone to these to maybe a low income area, And then this person will basically live in that environment and then kind of monitor what are these people buying,
Yeah.
what are their needs and wants, and they'll take it back to office and they'll say, hey guys, we need to get a product for this particular income area, and then that's how they actually have advantage in that situation. So in terms of this, I think they both have an equal front because both products are very strong and they cover majority of the markets. And yes, so that will be the ending of my section, and I'll be handing over to my midfield partner, Pedro.
No, I couldn't agree more with my partner in the midfield. And to substantiate, we're talking about competitors. Unilever faces some big competitors like the Americans, Procter and Gamble, or the Swedes, Nestle with the chocolate products, amazing chocolate products they have. And so P&G, Procter and Gamble, were founded in 1983, no, 1837, about 180 years ago, and got to South Africa in 1995. They operate in more than 180 countries. They have 300 brands, and they provide to their consumers. And brands like Gillette has big advertisements for football teams like Real Madrid. And so, as opposed to Unilever, Unilever only got to South Africa in 1930, so about 87 years ago. And it has already 400 brands, so that's an advantage comparing to their competitors. But in terms of the core strengths of P&G, consumer understanding, they have invested more than $350 million on research and development, the understanding of consumers. They have invested 5 million, they reach about 5 million people in 60 different countries. In terms of innovation, they're the number one in their market. Through organic sales for brands and improving existing brands. And market capabilities, it's one of the most consistent as well. Large range of brands and include strategies and innovative marketing strategies as well. Programs, I mean, sorry. But they do have some weaknesses. Weaknesses like they have a big range of products, products that have, that because they have a big range of products, they sold in different names, and this leads to some products being fake, which decreases the reputation for consumers. And additionally, they don't have a good presence, online presence for their customers comparing to Unilever. Now going to the macro environment, I'll be analyzing economic as well as the international factors because they have important aspects, cover important aspects. And the economic factor, well, the economic dictates how society will spend their money. The shifts in the business cycle will affect the demand and supply curve, and so consumer spending will be affected, therefore sales of Unilever. So it's important for them to focus on factors such as growth rate, currency exchange, and inflation. Inflation rate, why? Because it decreases economic growth, as well as affects interest rates and devalues currencies. It makes it difficult for Unilever investments, so they might have to go for bond investments instead of stock investments, or even acquiring new businesses, which I will refer later. That's one of the main things they do. In terms of currency exchange rate, it has an impact on exports, Unilever exports. But there are trade agreements that can facilitate those trades. However, events like the junk box can limit their status, the price competition, and additionally increase costs of imported resources. And to finalize, I'll be talking about international in the macro environment, which represents an opportunity for Unilever. Unilever has some big image. They own a lot of brands, big range of brands, like for example the margarine in the food industry, or the Frutari and Magnum in the ice cream industry. And that's an opportunity for them because it generates revenue from a lot of products, range of products that fits consumer preferences. And it allows them to more exposure comparing to Procter and Gamble. And by acquiring or buying all these companies would lead us to our last part, which is company takeover. Is another opportunity for Unilever because they benefit from buying, they establish their name from buying a lot of companies, like the Living Proof Inc., owning hair care products, Dermalogica, or in South Africa they bought Mrs. H.S. Balls, a good brand coming up. And I'll see, what I want to waste more time, so now I will introduce my partners. to talk about the ratios for you.
Good.
Let's say.
Which player is that? Cool.
Good morning, Tim.
Good day.
Today, now it's time to talk about the financial ratios of two of the biggest companies in the world. I'll be talking about Unilever.
I'll be taking Procter & Gamble side of things. Let's start off by looking at the liquidity of both companies. Liquidity analyzes the company's ability to convert current assets and pay off its long-term liabilities.
So, the quick ratio. The larger the ratio, the more favorable or the better or healthier the liquidity. Inventory is minus from this because inventory is not always readily convertible into cash in the short term.
A good traditional ratio would be 1-to-1. This means that for every current liabilities, the company matches with current assets. Looking at both the ratios, both of them seem to be underperforming, but Procter & Gamble edges Unilever by a decent amount. Do you have any comments?
Don't write this off just yet, eh?
I didn't say anything.
Moving on, let's look at the current ratio. This is basically the ability of a company to convert the current assets into cash and pay off its current and long-term liabilities. We can see Unilever is underperforming as well compared to P&G.
Underperforming indeed, as we know that the smaller the ratio, the higher the risk of debt. Once again, Procter & Gamble edges Unilever on this. Do you have any comments?
Yes, but don't count your chickens before they hatch, Mr. Procter. So, let's move on to solvency. This analyzes the ability to sustain operations by comparing debt levels and with liquidity.
The larger the ratio, the more favorable gearing of the business. So for every R1 of liabilities, Procter & Gamble had 1.19 of total owner's equity.
But Unilever at 2.32, that's almost double what Procter has. Do you have anything to say, Mr. Procter?
What's said for one company can be considered risky for another company.
True, true.
Lastly, profitability. This means this focuses on the company's return on investment and looks at the company's assets while comparing profits derived from operations.
So both companies did well in this department, with Unilever gaining the advantage over Procter & Gamble. If Procter & Gamble needs help, all they have to do is increase their gross margins, or they have to improve their productivity.
How? It's only 1%.
Please, stay back, stay back.
Now we look at the return on assets. This measures how well does the company do on average terms to total assets.
Once again, Unilever outweighs P&G. Procter, you need to improve. You need to improve by paying off your debts faster, or you could reduce your capital needed.
Don't tell me how to run my company.
Okay, fair enough. Now we will look at the sustainable long-term growth of the firm. Return on equity of Unilever clearly has a higher return on equity and shows that it has constant net profit margins and asset turnovers better each year on year.
I agree. Unfortunately, Procter didn't look at the long-term side of things, and it looks like Unilever focused on the shareholders' equity for the long term.
So, in concluding, you could assume that the winner is
Unilever.
Good squad, man.
Thank you so much. I would like to call in my group.
Chen, thank you very much.
Once again.
Good. Thank you. Innovative. Innovative.
So we just like to, I would like to thank my marketing managers and finance managers I'm Dominic, the CEO of SA, and thanks a lot for coming to our presentation.
No problem.
Thank
It
you
was good.
very
I enjoyed
much.
it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks again.
Final thing.